we both left the road then and decided to stay here.
Well, you had a very interesting time with a band and orchestra. Tell us about that.
Well, I played trombone from the time I couldn't reach the 7th position. My arm was too short. Now it's longer. See, but I played my way through college with a little help from my parents, and then I played my way through the Army in World War II, and immediately went on the road because it was what I was used to doing, and I enjoyed it. So I was playing in and out of New York, and with Sam Downey, who was the last one. And it must be interesting, I went into a musician's tavern to see friends and find out what was going on, and nowadays they call it networking. And another trombone player told me he was supposed to join a band in Philadelphia the next day, the Dean Hudson Orchestra, and he didn't want to go, so he said, "Would you like to do it?" And I said, "Sure." So I called one number, and next day I was in Philadelphia at the Click Club, and there she was.
Oh, was it love?
That was my first contact.
Was it love at first sight?
For me.
Was it? Was it for you, Carol?
No.
Oh! Now the truth comes out.
That's why I ended up in sales. It took me 6 months to get a date with her.
Oh.
First, I maneuvered to ride in the same car after that engagement finished, and we went on the road. I managed to ride in the same car with her, so she got to know me a little bit, and it still took me 6 months.
But he was persistent.
But
it all paid off.
It was
paid off.
Yes.
It sure did, because you've had a long marriage and a big family, and what a life together.
Yes, that's true. It's
Yes.
a beautiful life, right?
Yeah.
So far.
I go so far.
So good.
So far.
Well,
Well, now, tell us about you had a recent reunion, didn't you?
Yes,
With
well,
the Lee
that-
Williams?
yes, the Lee Williams Orchestra, another band that I had played with, and Carolyn didn't with this one. Except on a cruise ship. But that's an interesting story. I took early retirement from New York life from my manager's job, and I had more time for the 3 T's: trombone, tennis, and travel. So, but the trombone part is what we're talking about. The Lee Williams Orchestra had a reunion in Omaha of people who had played with the band 30 and more years before. And we made an album, and they they videoed the whole thing for public television. They made a documentary out of it, and it won many awards. It's called The Last of the One-Night Stands.
Ooh.
And it was well done, and it ended up in the Smithsonian Institute.
Well, we have a clip from that, I understand.
I think we do, yes.
Should we take a look at that?
Oh, that'd be fine.
Okay, we'll take a look at the clip now.
From the heart of the nation, the Lee Williams Big Band Reunion. 30 years ago this exact weekend, the Lee Williams Band closed. The musicians and vocalists have come back for this last of the one-night stands. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce to you the man who led one of the most popular dance bands to ever play the Midwest. Here he is, our dear friend, and once again our maestro, Lee Williams.
You know, you can travel a lot of distance. You can be tired. But when you get on the bandstand and the theme song comes on, it's all over. You feel good again, ready to go. We're going to play our theme, a few bars, one more time. Blue World.
The big band era, these men were members of one of the most popular traveling bands in Midwestern America, the Lee Williams Big Band. They had emerged in the aftermath of the Great Depression, when big bands had become an important part of everyday life. Big band swing had done.
Well, there you were, in all your glory.
Yes, well, something sequential to that, Nancy, that we enjoyed was that as a result of the band reunion and the documentary, some travel people saw it and heard the band, and they said, great idea for a big band cruise. So we played on 3 or 4 of those, and Carolyn sang on some too. But we were on the SS Norway and the Song of Norway and the Regency Sun with the same Lee Williams band, and we had a good time.
Well,
Interesting.
you have certainly had an interesting and exciting life together.
Yes.
And it gets better and better, doesn't it?
I think it does, yeah.
Because in our next segment, we're going to talk about something else that was a big, exciting thing for people all across the country. And when we come back, we're going to let you know the latest achievement and show business achievement for the Bowers when we come back, so stay with us.
Every year, an estimated 500,000 women past 45 will have a heart attack. Nearly half will die. Ask your doctor or call us, because what you don't know about heart disease may kill you.
Secretary of State George Ryan wants to remind you that as motorists, we need to keep an extra eye out for children on bicycles. As parents, it is important to teach our children safe cycling habits that will last a